Hey everyone, High Flyers Tag Team back here with a new video again today. On today's video, we got two new goodies to show you. So, first up, we got the Hong Kong King Kong and Mechagodzilla 2021 from Playmates. So, let's pull these figures out of their box and begin, shall we? Alright everybody, I got them out of their boxes. So, we're going to begin with the Hong Kong Kong since he's the more familiar of the two. If you guys have seen my review about a month ago on Fighter Jet Kong here, then you should be familiar with this mold. Or even the Battle Axe Kong, but I mean this one's like identical to the Fighter Jet one. It's the same thing. But looking at him here, what's special about him is that he has like paint on him that's like represents like neon for the city of Hong Kong. You see he has some paint on his chin here. He has some light paint. It's kind of hard to tell, but if you guys can't tell, he has some light paint on his shoulders there. Arms have paint. Sides have paint some, but it kind of cuts off, and nothing on his back. So there's not much to him in the paint department. Like, it's like the same exact figure, except they threw in some like just some random paint on the side and stuff. But going over his articulation now, head turns, arm up and down, out, it's on a swivel kind of, elbow, wrist, wrist, other arm, same thing, elbow, maybe wrist, a wrist that doesn't want to turn, right, and then the legs, up and down, knee can move, up and down, knee can move. So pretty good articulation on this guy. Again, nothing different from before. It's the same articulation you guys have seen before. Part of the special stuff of this guy, so first off, the gimmick comes with the battle damage here. You guys have seen these before, except this one's all neon lit colors and stuff. So if this one doesn't give me a hassle like some of these usually do, you can just pop them right in. And usually when you do that, they're pretty secure. It's very, like, you're likely not going to have issues whenever you pop them in. As you guys can see here, popping it in, and it's in. So, due to the neon colors, I think this one might stand out some, maybe? Question mark? No, it lines up pretty well. So yeah, you can get that battle damage you can pull off. It also comes with an axe, kind of like the axe from the Battle Axe Kong, except this one has like a bunch of purple on it, but it has no blue, and the other side's completely blank. I don't like that. I don't know why this side's completely blank. I think it would have been cool if they just colored both sides purple. Like, why wouldn't you color the outside since you color the outside of his arm? And there's no blue on it, which is weird because, if anything, the Hollow Earth is when it would look like this. Like, the Hollow Earth is when it looks like this. Very dark, very plain. By the time he's in Hong Kong, it's all lit up blue. So it's like, I'm not sure why they did it like that. But, as you guys can see here, you can, if the hand lets me, the hand's made of like a soft rubber. So it's kind of, I don't know if you guys can tell, but the fingers kind of move, open and close, stuff like that. There's no articulation to it. It's just made of a soft, like, plastic so it can. And after a short fight, I got it in. For some reason, it was giving me a hard time at first. These hands usually do. But yeah, no, he keeps a pretty good grip of it. My axe had a little bit of a QC paint issue, it looked like. But, thankfully, I can just kind of hide it in the hand. And for any parents out there, the axe blade's a little hard. You could definitely, like, might be able to hurt yourself. The handle itself is made of like a soft rubber though, so you can bend it. It's just the blade itself. It's not like completely hard, but it's kind of hard. So guys, that is Hong Kong. You guys have seen it before, or you got it's not necessarily a new figure per se. It's just a repaint. But we're also gonna get an Arctic Kong soon, so hopefully they give us a new face with that one. Moving on now, we're on to Mechagodzilla. So yes, Mechagodzilla is here. Comes with a few accessories. Here's his tail right here. As I'm gonna put it on. I'm surprised I even remotely had a hard time putting that tail on. But here he is out of the box, all fixed up. And my tail, I don't know if you guys can tell right there. I can't tell if that's a QC issue. My friends think that's just some paint or some like outside stuff I can get off. So hopefully that's the case, although it definitely looks like the paint got scratched off there. But beyond that, it looks like everything's in pretty tip-top shape. The joints are a little loose, but what you gonna do, I guess. So he can, trying to get him here. Alright, so as you can see, he can stand like this. Comparative to Kong, he's right here. He looks smaller for some reason. Yeah, you can get him. You can easily get him to stand much taller than Kong, like way taller if you want to. Thankfully, there's a lot of articulation. The tail is very hands-off. The tail is very posable. So, yeah, he's a very big figure. It's surprising. So going over his articulation now. On the head, nothing. The head does not turn. The mouth opens and closes here. As you guys see, here it is open. Opens pretty far. Closed now. It has this weird gap when it's closed, but it's whatever. The arm goes up and down, but unlike Godzilla, it also goes outwards, and it kind of only gets blocked when you hit the shoulder pad. So it's the same situation as like Kong. Same situation. Yeah, it's the same thing as Kong. Remotely, as you guys, the other arm does it too. The only problem with this one is it has no elbow articulation at all. There's no elbow articulation. There's also no finger or wrist articulation here. Although you can kind of close the hand since it's made of a soft rubber. So these claws are like pretty soft. You could probably still get, someone could probably still get hurt on them, but the legs also up and down, and you can actually move them outwards as well, like kind of far. And the knees also move up and down, and the ankles turn. And for the tail can turn. It has articulation there. As you guys can see, it can turn left or right. And something cool with this one is it's on a wire, or not a wire, no, my bad. It's like soft plastic, so you can actually bend it like pretty freely, as you guys can see here. And the joint there goes up and down, but yeah, it moves pretty freely, which is pretty cool. So that's the articulation on Mechagodzilla. So quite a bit, shockingly. It's literally what the Godzilla should have been, but for some reason they chose to like basically not give him articulation. I still don't get why they just completely screwed Godzilla over with that. But moving on right now with his accessories, so you guys can see there's the battle damage in his body. Let me turn this a little bit. Arm out of the way, arm out of the way, and yeah, there's the battle damage. You can see some of the cybernetic parts inside and stuff. No idea what these are. These look like these could maybe be a weapon underneath. That would be interesting if he has some weapons under there, but you can see like kind of some circuitry and stuff. Here's the actual battle damage piece, which looks like it can go in pretty easily here. Alright, those are in, and there it is, it's in. So there he is with the battle damage piece on, and the battle damage seals pretty well. It looks like it blends right in, which is really nice, actually. Um, so some of these figures, they can somewhat be noticeable sometimes. Uh, I mean, you can easily get over it, but yeah, no, this one seems to seal pretty easily, so that's good. He also comes with a Heave. As you guys can see right here, it's a green one, different colors from the the gray and white one that we got with the Skullcrawler. And his hand here can actually, if I can get it in, maybe. And as you guys can see here, his hand can hold the Heavy. So yeah, he can hold his accessory. I don't know if he can put it in his mouth or anything. We could test that real quick too. But yeah, no, he can hold the Heave. Yeah. But something real interesting about this, if you guys look closely in there, I don't know if you guys can tell, but you see that big hole? So that's just like with the Godzilla. He actually is able to hold atomic breath pieces in his mouth. So basically, I think the reason this is because there's confirmed we're getting a beam variant of this in the future. Just nothing on it yet, but yeah, at some point we're gonna get a beam variant. And if I grab my Godzilla's beam here, so yeah, you can actually put Godzilla's beam in here. So for any like custom people and stuff, if you have some spare beams, you could paint them red and give MG a beam early. But there should be a 6-inch variant at some point with a beam, because the Walmart website has it, and I would just be shocked since they gave him the ability to put beams in his mouth. It just seems kind of weird they would do that just for Godzilla, you know. But yeah, no, he does have the capability to hold beams. So now for some comparison time, so let me get Alright, so here's him in the Hong Kong and a comparison here, so you guys can get a rough idea of exactly how big these two are separate. Mechagodzilla absolutely towers over him. You guys have seen Kong before though, so up next, alright, so here's a Godzilla 2019, which something I did notice, which is really cool. So the Godzillas also always have their like feet to where they have to stand a certain way to stand. MG doesn't. But as you guys can see here, if you get him to stand all the way up, he towers over Godzilla too. So even the Godzilla figures. So if this is accurate to the movie, MG is going to be much bigger. Cool stuff. And then comparing it next to Warbat, as you guys can see here, much bigger than Warbat too. He so far seems to be the biggest of the 6 inches. Alright. Skullcrawler, which, I mean, that's pretty guaranteed. Skullcrawler. Now, if you stand the Skullcrawler up straight, Skullcrawler is massive in comparison. Now let's pull out some other stuff here. So let me get my Godzilla 2019. Alright. So here's him compared to Godzilla 2019. As you guys might be able to tell here, if you get Godzilla to look up, it's similar size, but in his natural stance, MG is roughly taller. He roughly does have some edge in height here. Yeah, so this MG is really big. And last one here, I think I'll compare it to. Alright, and here he is in comparison to the SH Ghidorah 2019. As you can see, Ghidorah towers over him. Ghidorah is a pretty big figure. I mean, he's like as big as my X plus 25 centimeter. But as you can see, I mean, this could possibly be somewhat accurate size, but I honestly don't even think the Ghidorah is in a size, like an accurate size range anyways. He kind of towers over everyone. So yeah, guys, what do you guys think of these two dudes? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you guys excited to get them? Do you have them yet? You know, they're only available in a few states. Please let me know all your thoughts down below. Can't wait to hear them. And yeah, I am very happy to finally own MG after waiting for so long to try to get them. Again, though, share your thoughts in the comments below. And I hope everyone has a great day. As always, peace out, and bye-bye.